Happy Thursday to you. Christie just finished Spanish. Her face was all fuzzy.
It's okay. It hid my wrinkles.
The background was focused perfectly, though. So they got to see the back of the kitchen, which I think is lovely.
I thought it looked very different, but I didn't even pay attention. So in this lesson, it was actually kind of fun because we did a conversation. And so I would say something and she would correct my verbs and my tenses, et cetera, et cetera. But so I was in a picture like this big and she was screen sharing because as I spoke, she typed it out in proper Spanish so I could learn it. So it was fun. It was an interesting class.
The most interesting thing is the lady has a Zoom room.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Her next client came in. She's a forget.
Yeah,
same last name, and it's got to be her maiden name because she says her dad. So it was from.
Oh, that's right. It was her dad, not her husband's dad.
So I thought that was interesting. So I met another Forget in Bucerias, one in Grand Prairie, and Christie just met one online.
Yeah, and she was actually just here in Bucerias visiting. So.
And where does she live? She's back in Canada?
She just said Canada. She didn't get any specific, and then we had to get going. So Merry Christmas to all us Ukrainians. Are you guys doing Ukrainian, or was that your donaire? Was your Ukrainian dinner? I was jealous, Jeff. I was jealous, Jeff, when I read that you were going for a donaire because you introduced us to donaires, and now I really like them.
We had never had a donaire in our entire lives.
And Tom, good morning. Did I say that already? And Pastor Freddie, good morning.
So we are in day 3 of our fast. So I guess it's been over 60 hours or 60 some hours since we've had any food. Obviously, we're drinking water because water
and coffee.
And
Tracy, good morning.
I'm trying to do a little bit of tea as well, so that's good. I mean,
but every time he's made me tea twice at night, and both times it gave my tummy a little bit of a upset. So I don't know, maybe tea just sucks. Claudia worked last night, so that was my dinner. Oh.
Yeah. You know what? It is nice to be able to go out and get food, but not eating is even better. Now, I have to be honest with you that
very subjective.
I keep going to the fridge and I'm like opening it up and going, oh, wait, I can't eat. It is so weird that you're conditioned to.
It's just a habit. It's not you're hungry because actually I haven't been hungry.
Yeah, no. I'm not hungry at all. Like that's the weird thing about fasting
Sandra.
Is that you get these moments of hunger, but then they're gone. But we've done intermittent fasting for a couple of years now, and it's pretty easy. But the thing is that we were eating too much and this not a big enough window or too big window.
This looks really red in the picture, but it's pink. Like
the colors are a little off right now. So yeah, just let it go, honey. You were fuzzy for the last hour and you didn't even care.
I told you. My picture was like this big. So
apple cider vinegar, touch of salt. And that really is the secret to avoiding the hunger.
Coffee, no salt.
I do like coffee with salt and oil, lots of oil. The thing is that, and this is kind of what I've been saying from the beginning, is even when we're intermittent fasting, we're eating too much in our windows. And that is why, obviously. So, yeah. I jumped sizes last year from XL to XXL. And now I'm going back to XL, and I can get to L, but I don't want to be a loser.
It's mostly just that belly, because the rest of him isn't fat. He doesn't have, like, man boobs and all that kind of stuff, which I'm very thankful of.
I wish I had man boobs.
Why?
I don't know. I'm glad I don't. Trust me.
You are weird.
I am weird. So what's up for today, honey? We're doing showings. Well, no, actually, I think Shirley's doing a showing here right away.
2 showings for us today.
She's also going to show the house on the hill. I think we've been live and done the house on the hill, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So what's up with you guys?
And Delphine, we've done live. So both of them.
What's going on this weekend with you? We watched A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I think that's what it's called. It's the one with Tom Hanks. It's a very good movie. You know,
Mr. Rogers movie. Good morning, Lori. How are you, darling? And Sandra, good morning.
They Hollywoodized it.
It was a cute movie, though.
I read the article, though. That's not his name. Although it is based on a true story, he wrote an article in Esquire. That article part is true, and his hard-hitting stuff is true. But he didn't hit his father. Like that part, the fight part was not real. And they adopted a daughter because of Mr. Rogers. Like they felt that they could have a child, so they adopted a child after meeting him.
With having the boy first, because they had
a boy.
Oh, so they didn't
That
have
part
a son.
too.
Okay,
That didn't make. Yeah, that's Hollywood.
Well, so it was just loosely based on a true story.
Yeah. So the guy, I read an article by him, a long article. He's a verbose fellow. And he was talking about how when he watched the movie, he cried and he remembered all of these things. And even though it wasn't him, it became him. It was a very sweet story. But he was talking about how Mr. Rogers wouldn't even recognize the world we have today with the school shootings, etc. I mean, that things have gotten so crazy in this world. Look what happened yesterday in D.C. That's insane. So now we found out since Antifa has infiltrated that group and did all the window
Okay, we
breaking.
don't have to talk about this.
Well, our world is functionally changing so
It
rapidly.
is, and you can't trust what you're seeing because it's
No.
not real. So
They will
it's
gaslight
sad.
you.
Yeah.
The politicians, the media, they will gaslight you. But you think you're lying eyes. You didn't see what you think you saw. And now with deep fakes, they've got videos. They can go on Google, take photos of people, and create live speaking actors doing all of this crazy stuff. And there's even rumors or conspiracies that one day they will use this to start a war. It's craziness. You can't keep functioning. Our world keeps going faster and faster and faster and faster. It's kind of why progressing. So we got a hiccup, obviously.
Oh, it's working now?
Yeah, so it is weird that I do apologize. I don't know what's going on here. I had to change internet. Who knows? Twitter shut down Trump. Facebook shut down Trump. Oh, he must be stopped. It's just crazy, this world now. You never know what's real and what's not real anymore because, we're being lied to all the time. So, yeah, I'm sick and tired of the gaslighting. But this is what I like about Mexico, like what I said.
Yeah. So now we're back. Okay, so Jeff, I saw your post saying that you were cooking a 15-pound brisket. What time is dinner ready? Because I might fly up, but I'll have to quarantine for 2 weeks with you.
Yeah, it's this.
Oh no, I won't be able to because I can't get. Oh, I get. Oh, it's the 7th, so that test thing started today. Well,
But-
it's your
oh,
front, but
they
your
made-
back. Now I know what I mean.
They made it legal, like they turned it into law.
I think so. I think it's officially starting today, right? That COVID-72, the COVID test.
I can't wait for Canadians to get together and fly to Ottawa and just say enough, we're done. Stop paying your taxes. Stop, start hanging these people
So
from
Tracy,
trees.
so it happened to everybody. I don't know what happened, John. The internet that John was using just totally shut off. So
Yeah, like I said, once you start talking about Facebook and Twitter and things,
well, don't do it again. Then stop. Let's talk about something else.
they're controlling our speech, honey.
My daughter wants to know if we want to go to the beach today.
I don't know. I put up that video in the email yesterday.
Oh, you have homework to do, don't you?
Yeah, I do have homework to do today. So now I've got to put the business plan paperwork together. And, for us, it's a matter of we've done it. Now it's stick to it. When you stick to it, you can actually, when you measure things, they can be improved. And until you measure it, it can't be improved.
That's true. Sorry, I just have to write something down.
Hello, Tracy Mock. It's great to see you. We sure do love your children, and they're adorable. So, yes, it's...
John, you are right with what you're saying. I know he's right, but he just doesn't need to say it all the time.
Yeah. So, but that is the beauty of Mexico. It is against the law for foreigners to be involved in politics, which is funny because the reason that they have the exclusive zone, the restricted zone in Mexico is because they lost so much land. And they say, the reason that they lost Texas was because one vote, one voice, blah, blah, blah. So now what they're doing is they're saying, if you're a foreigner, you can't own the land and you can't vote. So yeah, they're kind of taking it to the extreme, but at the same time, I don't know if this is a game I'd want to be involved with because these people do kill politicians. We've lost 2 in the last month. Now they're ex-politicians, but they still had power and influence, and somebody took them out. So yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. It's just kind of like it restores equilibrium, and it's sad, but like Mr. Jefferson said, tyrants and patriots need to feed that tree of liberty every once in a while.
Every time I leave, he starts on this again. I'm sorry I left you. The first time it was because I had a lot of coffee. And
what? What?
The second time it was to talk to the housekeeper.
Oh, there you go. So I'm just going to have more salt water with some apple cider vinegar.
Yes, and maybe if I keep giving him water, he'll stop talking so much.
I don't think I'm drinking enough.
I know I'm not. I haven't had a drink in 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, we did have some of the good tequila when we had.
I did have a shot of tequila when Oscar was here. Don't tell anybody because he was working.
No, I don't think he. I think he was done work.
Oh, he was
kind of late.
Home.
Yeah, he was on his way home. So why is the printer running?
Correct. Well, because I'm printing something. Hello.
I don't know why she does stuff while we're talking.
Because if I don't, I forgot to do it yesterday, and I have to get it done today. So I'm just trying to do things as you're talking, so I can get my stuff done too.
I'm not frozen. I'm just astounded.
You should be astounded at my wisdom.
Yes. I do think it's interesting that some days you're sparkly and some days you're not. What days are you sparkly?
It depends on the eyeshadow I use because it's my eyeshadow that's.
But how does your eyeshadow sparkle your whole face? It's like, how does that work?
Fairy dust.
It isn't fairy dust.
So
are you going off your fast today?
I don't know yet.
See, the thing is I think I want to start getting into the 10, 20 day area.
My thing is, and I'll be honest with you, when we decided to do this, I decided I was going to do 2 days, knowing that tomorrow is my friend's birthday party and I will eat keto at the restaurant, but I do plan on eating and having a couple of cocktails, but they will just be...
But as soon as you have cocktails, you're out of keto.
No, that's not true. As long as they're not sweet.
No, if you have wine, it's only the hard liquor.
Yes.
And even then, you're not fasting, but you are technically, I guess, in keto.
Wine is not a cocktail.
Yeah, but when you are keto or fasting, any little alcohol, I'm telling you, wow.
I don't plan on getting blasted. I just want to have a drink for my friend's birthday. So,
All right, there you go.
so I will probably eat light today, and then, I think, and we haven't really discussed how we're going to carry on from this, but I think I'm going to just do one meal a day. That would be my preference. And also, the kids want to come over and watch a movie tonight, so.
Oh, we're going to watch Bill and Ted?
Yeah.
We're watching the new
So we
Bill
will
and Ted.
probably
Excellent.
feed them also, because that's how it works with my kids.
It's like, yeah.
I will bring my granddaughters over, but you have to feed us. And I'm okay with that because I love to see my granddaughters.
I remember being at a relative's house as a child, and the dad was always like, why the hell are they coming over all the time? We just have to feed them. I get that.
I remember going to a relative's house, and we went for quite a long drive to go visit them, and they didn't feed us.
Oh, yeah, but that was, my mom got pissed off at that.
Oh, I know.
That's the problem with family. You know, you can't choose them. I mean, sometimes you're fortunate and you're blessed to have amazing family, but sometimes, but I just think that two people have bad days. Like, she has a bad day all the time. Yeah, our water pump just went there, but at least it's not going every 3 seconds like before when we lost 50 cubic meters of water under our bathroom.
And we've been having major washing machine problems. It has
been
your
washing machine too from Costco.
Well, it's 2 years. Actually, it'll be 2 years this month, but we did buy an extended 2-year warranty, thankfully. So we have yet again them coming, and I'm going to make sure they stay here and listen to the whole damn cycle so they can really tell me what's wrong, because it is really noisy, like noisy to the point that
it just makes a lot of noise.
I mean, yeah, you can't talk over it. So Jay, at least it's not the sewer pump. Yeah, that is very true.
But here in Mexico, everything goes downhill.
Yeah.
So no sewer pumps needed. It's just kind of like we have 3-inch pipes upstairs, 4-inch pipes downstairs, and everything just goes downhill.
And Tracy, as much as I would love to say, yes, I can have popcorn is definitely not keto. It's very carby.
And 97% of all popcorn is GMO.
And I'm not going to say I'm going actual keto, because I'm not going to be like counting all my macros and stuff. I'm just going to do low carb.
Yeah, low carb really is. I don't know why the hell.
It's a magic thing for both of us, because obviously we both gain weight easily.
Yeah.
So
what I should do is do like 20 grams so I can see what 20 grams of carb looks like. So that says that veggies are bad for us because there's all kinds of poisons in there.
And so, Lori Gall said she'd love to go to the beach today. I just read that post, Lori, 6 minutes ago. Yeah, their veggies are trying to kill you. They protect themselves too. They are living, not creatures, but living organisms.
And they talk to each other. Like, they've actually hooked up equipment and found out that these things are talking to each other. Like, how terrifying is that?
That's better than some husbands and wives. Hi, Brian. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year?
Go talk to the dandelions, honey. They may want to hear from you.
Yeah. Oh, marriage is awesome.
That was crazy to go to Canada and see all the dandelions. Because obviously when we were kids, you used poison to kill those dandelions. And they'd stick something on the back of their kid, and we would drag a rope and the poison.
And that bar.
And we would like get it all over us because it was good for us. And then we got liver cancer and died. No, that's not what happened. But now they're kind of like, dandelions are okay. You can eat them. You can make tea of them. You can make fake coffee, which she would never have.
I've tried dandelion coffee. My mom tried to get me to drink it when I was pregnant. Or one of my aunts. I don't remember which. Some of my crazy relatives. So talk about crazy relatives. To meet my mom.
Dandelions.
Love you, Mom.
Dandelions are really amazing, and they're very pretty. When you're a little kid and you make the little rings and you give your mom. And you put it
under your chin and you get that yellow.
And you give them to your mom, and you're like, here you go, Mom. I love you so much. Here's my dandelions.
Here's some weeds.
Here's some weeds. And then later on, she's like, I kind of need lilies and roses. Don't give me dandelions anymore.
And birds of paradise.
Birds of paradise. I don't know what a bird of paradise is because there's two that confuse me. And I said,
one looks like a bird, one just looks like a pretty flower. That's basically what it is. So yeah, we're doing a little seminar Monday morning.
Yes.
For anybody in the real estate business, or I guess really any.
No, it's all going to be real estate related. It's all real estate related.
It's a business plan. So it's going to be real estate related. And it's going to be just a really simple one. So any of you guys, even if you are selling real estate up in Canada or the States, it will. Tracy, my mom is awesome. Yeah, she is. You are correct. My mom is awesome, Tracy. I do love her. I like to tease her. But I thought she was sitting on the couch, but she's not. So I thought she was hearing me what I was saying, but she wasn't. She does eventually usually watch our show, so she'll get mad at me later.
Yes, you can never avoid an angry mother.
But anyways, yeah, so this seminar, it's going to be just a very basic business plan.
Yeah, because obviously a real business plan
it's pages and pages, and it takes a lot of thought and a lot of homework and stuff like that. But this is just to get people's brains thinking about a business plan for their real estate business.
Now, I think we should probably update ours because things have changed. So yeah, this is, I think, going to be our best year ever. Obviously last year was supposed to be our best year ever, but COVID.
But it was still a good year.
Oh, it was still a great year. But
it was still
COVID. Yeah, it's
COVID definitely slowed things down here more like real estate wise, I think more than other countries because the people couldn't come or wouldn't come. And, Canada is making it so difficult with that PCR test that you have to do no more than 72 hours before you fly.
Yeah, but even the PCR test is BS. I was just reading an article about some scientists right now who are challenging the World Health Organization with the PCR test, saying it was never created to do this. And what they're measuring isn't even the virus because the test came out before the virus had actually been genomed, where they go in and they see the DNA. So it's all BS. Everything is BS. Yes, people are dying. Yes, it's terrible for some people. Good news, if you're not insulin resistant, if you're not type 2 diabetes, if you're not overweight, if you're not older, you're fine. You will be fine. But yes, to the other folks, you need to be cautious. But why is everybody being treated like they're sick? They're not.
So on another note, yesterday, John and I did that video. We told some of you guys that were watching yesterday that we did that video for the church because they wanted us to do a little thing. Well, we obviously talk. PCR test has a failure rate up to 90%.
But it's the gold standard.
But anyways,
can you imagine if you're driving your vehicle and 90% of them? Sorry, go on.
So we're sitting there, and it's our son, of course, who is one of the pastors at La Fuente, and a couple of the other kids that are the interns that are doing some of the sound and some of the video and stuff. And we would try to do these little videos, and they don't know how to handle us really because we're adults and they're very respectful kids, and so we make mistakes. And I mean, you guys see it to an extent on here, although we're not trying to script anything really. Really? Who made most of the mistakes yesterday?
You. I made a mistake at the end. Yeah, I was.
Anyways. So yeah, so it was actually really quite cute because they're very patient with us. And I mean, we still only took a half an hour to do it's just an intro for some of their online stuff that they do for the services. But it was kind of fun. And I just want to give a shout out to those guys. I don't know how many of them watch this ever, but the staff at La Fuente is just amazing.
They really are.
We hire some of them to come in. We've hired some of them to clean. We've hired some of them to do stuff in the yard because they are working for a very little amount of money. Like they're volunteering technically. So they get paid a little bit, just as basically as a thank you, not as a salary. So we try to help them out once in a while with doing a few things around the house. And they're just a fun bunch of people. The kids, like anywhere from the young interns to the pastors and, Freddie and Michelle and Greg and Martha, and of course, Zach and Chuita, Carmelo and Paula, all of them. And then some of them we hire to do wood for us. There's some of the people that go to the church, and they've done some of our Perota. They've done, they fixed up Taylor's little house. We bought, that was long ago. In the summer, we bought this little, not that little actually, playhouse, and it's up on our deck upstairs. And it had a broken door, and now we know why. It's the way it opens and it hits the planter box on the outside. But we had someone come and fix it, and Taylor, when she first saw it, she was like, oh, and she was so excited because she had a door that she could open and close, and it was really cute. And then Matt hung up a bunch of lights. We had one of those strings of light bulbs, that they show for gardens. So that's all hung up in that house. So it's nice and bright in that little house. And
it's only 15 watts.
So much fun.
But so much light in there. Yeah. So it is fun to watch Taylor and Amber.
And then there's another gentleman at the church that does ironwork. So we've had him do lots for us. He did, because we have upstairs on our patio or on our deck, whatever it's called, we have, sorry, Mom, I was making fun of you and Tracy stuck up for you.
We have 3 doorways that were open.
Yeah.
And when you have young children, obviously they can go outside and die, because here it's concrete and heights.
Yeah.
So we had a guy, he came in. So
he did 3 specific doorways that we wanted. One goes up to our foyer or our entrance, and it's got a wall this high. Well, I guess
they're not terribly high.
3 feet, 4 feet, maybe 3 feet. But then it goes down to just a few inches. So obviously we didn't want the kids on that. And then to go upstairs to our...
It doesn't matter what you're describing.
Okay.
We just have 3 doors now. The gates that close, and they're guarded, so that way the dogs can't get in or out.
I'm smelling gas again really strong. Do you?
Yeah, I thought it was you.
We're going to have to get the gas guys to come.
And now...
Yes, the staff is best at the one thing.
The dogs can't come in and out, and the kids can't get in and out, which is good. Now, Caden, we're thinking he probably could still remove the gate.
He could probably just pull it up
off
the hinges.
Because Caden is incredibly strong. And, but they're all doing good. The kids are they love it up there.
Yeah.
They love it up there. Yeah. And now we close all the gates. No worries.
Yeah.
The kids can do whatever. Nobody's going to disappear.
We don't have to worry about, especially Amberlyn falling down the stairs, because that kid has guts. I tell you, she's not scared of anything.
She goes in the water. She'll go under the water. She'll splash and have all of this stuff in her face, where Taylor's like, ooh, no, splashing. Taylor's like, splashing. Amberlyn, and she'll put her face in the water. So yeah, she's very brave. So I love that, because when her pool is done, she'll be swimming in no time.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, it was fun. We're going to let you go. We have to get our day organized. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Hasta pronto.